Shut up!
I just wanted to say hi to that.
Shut up. Face the wall. Turn around. Turn around. No sudden movement, sir. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Yeah. And you weren't really sparring. You were fighting. We were fighting all the time. And just guys getting dropped all the time. And that was just the kind of gym that I was in.
But this wasn't a real fight. He was pulling punches. He wasn't giving it his full effort.
Joe Rogan reacted to rumors surrounding Jake Paul's alleged arrest over claims that his boxing matches were scripted, using the moment to issue a stark warning. Rogan emphasized that no career achievement, fame, or paycheck is worth risking your life. He pointed out that boxing is extremely dangerous and should never be taken lightly. According to reports, Rogan believes Jake Paul needs to seriously rethink his choices before stepping back into the ring, warning that chasing money or attention through high-risk fights could lead to irreversible consequences.
You have probably seen some of the controversies.
Joe Rogan stressed that boxing is an incredibly dangerous sport and that fighting recklessly can result in devastating, life-altering consequences. He also warned that getting involved in illegal or scripted activities could bring serious legal trouble, putting a fighter's career and freedom at risk.
Because then you can't think, you can't do things, you don't know what the fuck you're doing in life. It's like literally everything is the quality of your ability to think. And
Nikisa Badirian firmly denied any wrongdoing by Jake Paul or his team, stating that there was absolutely no attempt to rig or script the fight. He directly addressed viral rumors claiming the bout with Anthony Joshua was fixed, calling them completely false and misleading. According to Nikisa, some online claims went as far as suggesting Joshua agreed not to knock out Paul, an allegation he dismissed outright. He emphasized that Joshua fought honestly and decisively with no regard for any supposed arrangement. Nikisa made it clear that Jake trained seriously, stepped into the ring willingly, and accepted real risk like any legitimate fighter. He also confirmed that legal action is being pursued against those spreading these false accusations, stressing that this clarification is essential to protect the reputations of Jake, his team, and everyone involved. The fight, he said, was real, unscripted, and any claim of a fixed outcome is completely baseless.
I've seen the script, rigged, this, that, and the other. Do you think now, at the very least, that talk goes away? Broke his jaw, went in there against Anthony Joshua. At the very least, do you think that you guys can move on from that? Like, that won't follow you?
No, I don't. I actually, our lawyers are actively going after a number of people. One who claims to be a lawyer himself online. I don't remember the name or the handle, but it was something that had like 200,000 likes. And basically this post said there was an agreement for AJ not to knock out Jake, but AJ disregarded the agreement and decided to not get his payday, but knock out Jake Paul. So it's pretty astonishing what people say. Your dear friend Lou DiBella, saw him put up a bunch of ridiculous things and even said, Nikisa, go ahead and sue me, but this wasn't a real fight. He was pulling punches. He wasn't giving it his full effort.
And so for the people, again, just to clear this up, because I asked Eddie this question, I'll ask you the exact same question. Once and for all, was there any sort of arrangement as far as it should go this many rounds? Because that's the one that I've heard. Oh, Anthony agreed to 3 rounds, 4 rounds. Can you tell us in black and white if there were any talks of any kind between the network, the promotion, the fighter?
There has never once in Jake Paul's career been any talk of that sort, of anything to do with the fight being anything but a real fight that has exactly the same situation as any professional fight. And that's exactly the same thing here for the Anthony Joshua fight. It's just beyond mind-blowing that people would think that. Anthony Joshua was on record saying that if he didn't finish him in the first round, that would be disappointing, that it would be a failure. The narrative changed as we got closer to fight night and obviously post-fight, and I understand why, but they were pretty adamant it would take max 2 rounds.
Joe Rogan has already issued a clear warning to Jake Paul, urging him not to make reckless decisions like this again. He strongly advised Paul to rethink taking high-risk boxing matches, emphasizing that no career achievement is worth putting one's life on the line. Rogan highlighted that the dangers inside the ring are very real, and chasing fame or money through staged or excessively dangerous fights can lead to serious, irreversible consequences. According to Rogan, safety and responsibility must always come first for any fighter.
Look at all them celebrities like dude from the Mighty Ducks, the little boy actor that got strung out on drugs, and all his fronts and all his teeth were missing from being on meth or whatever, whatever drug of choice he was on. There's no coming back from that. The people who like dissipate their teeth through drug usage, you don't get like a second set. So if I'm not mistaken, the dude from Mighty Ducks, somebody like he's been clean, and they gave him a makeover, and he had like pretty much fake teeth. So yeah, the teeth are going to be cooked. Now, I agree with the other part that Rogan was saying, but let's keep going.
Yeah, I think he went into that fight knowing that was probably going to happen, and ultimately, the big win for him would be that he was even willing to do it, and that he could do well for a little bit.
Yeah, and I've already expressed my thoughts on this. I'm not giving no props for a person who says I am a real deal boxer because I went and get smashed and got my jaw broken, but I lasted longer than Ngannou. But I was crazy enough to try. Because, to be honest, we're way past the honeymoon stage with a person like Jake Paul. You've been in this for long enough to go through fight camps, dedicate your time, effort, energy, money, spar with people. You spar with some quality names because you have resources and money or whatever. So we're well past that, to the point where you just get credit for stepping in. You maybe got credit your first fight or whatever, first couple of fights, for coming from your background and, you know, stepping in and fighting. But we're well past that. You have a box rec. You were being ranked by sanctioning bodies in boxing.
Eddie Hearn offered a detailed breakdown of the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight, emphasizing the deliberate strategy behind every move in the ring. He explained that the bout unfolded exactly as planned, with Joshua's team focusing on patience and controlled aggression rather than reckless power shots. The strategy was to methodically test Jake Paul, exposing weaknesses, draining his stamina, and applying pressure before landing decisive blows. Hearn noted that this calculated approach represents true professional boxing, where discipline, timing, and tactical execution matter far more than raw strength. Each phase of the fight was carefully managed to maintain control and steadily assert dominance, ultimately securing the win while showcasing boxing as an intelligent, strategic craft, one that separates seasoned champions from inexperienced fighters.
He said before the fight, I'm going to break him down and then I'm going to knock him out. And that's exactly what he did. I didn't. I thought it'd be all over within 3 rounds. But, you know, when I got in the ring after, because I was shouting, just, you know, anywhere. Got anywhere. What are you rushing me for? And I was like, oh, sorry. So, but like, obviously he knows what he's doing, and actually now I'm quite pleased that we got the rounds. To be honest.
Really random. I was on Twitter and I saw Jake Paul's mom said she wants to get in the ring and punch you. She said she doesn't like the smug look on your face. She was promoting her book, so I'm not sure if she wants. You know. But did you see that? What did you think of that?
I was very sad because I couldn't have been nicer and more respectful of Jake and what he's done. And I think Logan's amazing. I think he's an incredible athlete. And I shook Jake Paul's dad's hand in the ring, you know. And if I would have seen Mum, I would have said, all right. But I think over the years we've obviously had our beef, and she probably don't like me anyway. And I am probably a little bit smug. I wasn't smug after the fight because I would have been more smug if it was all over and around. So no, I'll give Jake respect, and yeah, sorry Jake's mum doesn't like me, but she can send me a free book.
Adam Catterall delivered a blunt and honest assessment of the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight, highlighting the growing imbalance in modern boxing where popularity can outweigh merit. He argued that Jake Paul's rapid ascent has been driven largely by social media fame and celebrity status rather than proven technical ability or in-ring experience. Catterall noted that even while holding back his full power, Anthony Joshua demonstrated superior control, timing, and precision, landing clean shots that caused visible damage and exposed the clear gap in class between the two fighters. This disparity fueled speculation that elements of the bout may have been shaped by factors beyond pure competition. Reports suggested Paul attempted to influence the pace of the fight to reduce risk and protect his image, reflecting wider concerns about celebrity boxing prioritizing spectacle over sporting authenticity. Catterall's commentary underscores how hype-driven matchups can undermine competitive integrity, shifting the focus away from skill, discipline, and strategy, the core values that have long defined professional boxing.
Own credibility, I've got to knock you out, but I've got to try and knock you out where I'm not hurting you as much as what I could if I unleashed. Yeah. And with the punch you said that he landed, it's not his best punch, it's his most powerful punch, right? Yeah. And he's shattered his jaw in 2 places, right? So Anthony Joshua gets his 70 million, whatever it is, but I think he's sitting there thinking, thank God for that, thank God. On a human level, I've come out, all right, I've sort of, not reputation, but I haven't hurt him as bad as what I could have.
There should be an awful amount of people breathing a massive sigh of relief. Anybody that put that fight together, athletic commissions, like you said,
it wasn't a fight.
No, it wasn't at all. Like you said, it was a prize fight. It was an event. if Anthony damages him, he's got to live with that for the rest of his life.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of stress to deal with, you know what I mean? So I'm sure he's bleeding inside of relief. The team that have put him in there, that have negotiated that for him, but the authorities that put that on and commissioned it as a proper boxing match, I've no doubt.
Does that go on his... Because
yeah, it's a professional boxing
do you know what? If I was Anthony Joshua, I would be saying, I don't want that on my record.
Well,
but for the credibility of them putting the fight on, they would have said to him, no, we've got to say this, it's been commissioned, it's going to be a proper fight. And I found it, I love my boxing, but I just find the whole thing really, really unedifying. You said about get followers, you mentioned Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury is nowhere near is his level of getting like a British title fight or whatever. Nowhere near. So it's basically he's like
Jake Paul.
Well, beat Jake Paul. But so
but what I'm saying is that 100. I stand by that, and I think Tommy would admit that. You know what I mean? To become a British champion is a very prestigious thing to do, and I